So the hologram, it'll be due October 14th. That gives you this week, next week, and then that Monday. That should be plenty of time to get everything in there. Building a hologram in Illustrator and then animating it in 3D/2.5D in After Effects. You'll animate different things. So some things will have to be animated obviously in 2D. So some stuff just moving up and down, left and right, spinning around, that's 2D. And then some stuff in 3D where we actually see that 3D look to it, okay? There should be a level of complexity to the holograms. There shouldn't be just like a radar blip in the middle. That's not very complex. Many things should be animated and cycled. So you want these, again, to look complex, but you also don't want them to look like insanely busy. You want it to find a good balance of design. Use easy ease when appropriate, graph editor and color appropriately as well. Finishing touches, motion blur, make it look nice, okay? You'll turn in your artwork, so your UI, your Illustrator drawings, and then you'll turn in any sound effects you add to this, you'll turn in your movie file, you'll turn in your After Effects file, and then this is worth 8 points. Questions on the sheet? No? It's in the purple binder now. My font wasn't working the other day, it's working now, so you can copy that after. Here are some examples of different student work. So we created in our last assignment, we made that text it logo to start up our hologram. You can use that, you don't have to use that. And then here's this hologram being built. Somehow your hologram has to get onto the page. In a way that a hologram would get onto a page. They wouldn't just fade in. It wouldn't just like spin in and then just like pop in. There'd be some level of, complexity to how it comes in. Okay, now all that you're seeing there, all of that is just Illustrator layers. Some of them are rotated this way, that way, whatever, and they're all just moving and animated and spinning around. But some things to pay attention to. Notice the difference in line weight. So everything is not the same line weight. Usually that's one of the things that makes your hologram horrible, is if everything is the same weight. Whether it's thick, thin, middle, whatever, it doesn't matter. If everything's the same weight, it doesn't work. He also has a variety of different shades. So you're seeing like these really bright blue areas. You're seeing these like middle ones, and then you're seeing these darker ones here. You also see the little plus signs that are in the background, helping it stay grounded. You see a lot of stuff kind of moving around and kind of building up. It's not just like everything just pops in. It's like, here's the darker blue, and then it's kind of like loading up, getting bigger and brighter, and then going into it. Okay, and then this is all 2D right now, and then he goes into the 3D part, where he's laying it down and then making everything move up.
I wonder are you going to tell us how to do the camera rotate thing? I always wanted to do that.
I'll go through that, but once everything is done, you're able to just grab everything and just rotate it down. And that's all he did. There's no camera in this one. We'll get to the camera in the next assignment. But he just rotates it down and then like lifts the items up. So he's just moving them in that Z direction and then rotating them in the other directions to give them that appearance of 3D. So just like I was spinning that thing around, right? Same thing. Okay, and then he's just spinning it more here. Spinning it, moving it closer to the camera. Moving it away from the camera, and then turning it all off. Very cool. Those Camerons. This is a more simple design. And you can see here, he does have some line weight differences, but they're all pretty much the same. Like if you look at them, there's not a huge difference between this and this. Also, the blockiness right there doesn't work. The 3D is there, the glows are there, it looks interfacey. So it definitely works. It just, you can see the difference between one and the other.
I did not hit her. It's
it's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi,
You can add it. Just make sure that it's a video you can use, so you can't just like grab anything.
Problem with Lisa. She said that
So you can see there's definitely some 3D here, so everything is not lined up in the exact same spot.
I have a problem with Lisa. She said that I hit her.
No, you wouldn't want to watch a movie like that.
Did you? No, it's not.
You can see she has scrolling text at the top. You can see how she has these lines moving around.
Her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
I have a problem with Lisa. She said that I hit her.
Yeah.
It's got that like Disney channel.
It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
I have a problem with Lisa. She said that I hit her.
What?
That one. And then this one. Mm-hmm. So again, just a very simple design. The design isn't like insane, but it's effective, right? Differences in line weights, differences in color. There's a lot of animation moving around. You can see up here these numbers that are like updating.
Is there a reason that like every single one of them has like as the main thing like a giant spinning circle? Like do we need to have a giant spinning circle?
You don't have to have a giant swinging circle. It's just,
No,
it seems like an
it just is
obvious thing.
something easy
Yeah.
to do.
You could do something square or whatever.
Theme, I've
Right.
noticed.
Yeah.
Kinda like capes with superheroes.
Well, it's one of the bad things about, you know, me lecturing about it and showing my example, because in my example I use a circle, so everyone's going to use a circle. Right. And it's a lot easier to animate a circle than it is a square, because obviously if you're spinning a square around, it's going to look different. And you can do obviously a lot with these dashes and stuff, right? So those are just some different examples of the ones that students have done in the past. Just so you can see too, in the next class, the 3D animation class, where are you at?
Do they have a class for Cinema 4D here?
Yeah, that's the intro to 3D.
Oh.
I'm trying to find where I put those, right there, right there. We're doing a hologram, 3D hologram, but it's just a still in that class. It's like our second assignment. Sounds right. Wait for this to load. There it is. So there's a 3D hologram, and again, it's the same premise. It's just we're using Illustrator, we're using Cinema 4D to build all the assets for it. But with this, we actually have 3D. We have the depth in there. Now in the next level After Effects class, they actually do take the Illustrator stuff, bring it into After Effects, and then take that into Cinema 4D. So they're working between Cinema and After Effects to build 3D elements for a hologram. So they're actually using both softwares together. And the reason, you know, holograms are so big is because they're popular right now. There's another one. Okay, so these can go forever with, you know, different examples of interfaces and holograms and all of that.